You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV Southland After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV Southland After Show.
Hey guys, Bing is for doing, and we are here for another exciting AfterBuzz recap of Southland Season 5, Episode 7, episodes entitled Heroes. And of course, I'm Nick Perdue, here with my amazing co-host.
Hello, I'm Anik Dufour.
All right, so we have a couple of special things going on today. And I think this is going to be one of the best shows we've ever done in our entire lives. So you guys really just got to kind of strap in and, let's just get it cracking. So this one opens up with Cooper tackling a lady. Right? And then we're like, oh, my God, what's going on? So we don't know, like, if there's a shooting. We don't know if there's, like, a burning building. We don't know anything that's going on. But it is kind of, like, exciting because, like, he literally tackles this lady to the ground. So we'll get to that in a second.
Right.
But we see Cooper and, of course, his drunk friend or his drunk old training officer.
Like
Hicks.
a mentor.
Yeah, because so he was his training officer, and he's retired now, and he used to live on a boat, or probably still does live on a boat, but he's just literally on suicide watch.
Right.
And so we have to see what's going on. Your face is funny.
Hi. We have a special
Yes, come on
guest.
in. Come on in. Walking in right now.
Set you up.
I
know.
We have Carmen.
I think I have your microphone. Let's just switch
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Because I was watching it.
Sure. There you go. Thank you. And I'll grab the microphone.
It got really exciting for me. That's all. It just got really. I just wanted to see how this was gonna happen. This is the first time I've ever seen this happen. So I was very.
Thank you. You're
I was very excited.
Popped our
Yeah,
cherry.
I'm so sorry. I think I became a stunt driver coming over here.
Well,
I think I'm a certified stunt driver.
It's LA, so I know the 405 and the 101. It's madness and it's crazy.
It was pretty insane. I was like, wow.
There you go.
I live in Mid City, so I was like, oh my gosh. But I'm
So
here.
glad that you're
Welcome
here
to the
and you're
valley.
safe.
In one piece,
Yeah,
right? Oh,
you know?
Gosh. I didn't run anybody over. Nobody ran me over.
That's good.
That's good.
Sad thing is that we're done now. So.
And that's our show.
Well, thanks, guys. It was lovely. making
No,
your
so
faces.
we have the beautiful and lovely Carmen Corral. Say that right?
Yes,
Okay.
that's beautiful.
Who
Thank you.
is- who's with us in studio, who plays Elena on the show Southland.
Yeah.
So
Yay.
there you go. We are gonna do a brief recap, and then we're gonna go in and we're gonna talk to you about your character and what's like on the show and all that
Great.
fun stuff. All right. So getting back to Cooper.
Yes, getting back to Cooper.
Cooper and Hicks. So Hicks is flat out drunk, right?
Right.
And so he's basically on suicide watch.
Yes.
Because in the last episode, Hicks said, tomorrow I may try eating my gun again, right? Because he couldn't do it, so he was like, I'm gonna try and do it tomorrow, which is the beginning of this episode.
Right.
So Cooper's like, okay, let me get this guy on suicide watch. I'm taking him to my house and basically like chain him up to the kitchen, right? It was like
Yeah.
the kitchen sink. It was kind of chained up
Yeah.
to or something.
The heater, I think.
Or
Oh no,
so-
maybe first it was that. Yeah.
Yeah, at first, it was somewhere on some linoleum somewhere in his house. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So it's like, so you can't get loose. And I mean, I don't know. How do you feel about his type of like in-home protective custody type of Lindsay
I like
Lohan? You like it?
I like it.
Really?
If it would be a hot guy, I'd really like it. Right?
If it was Ben, right?
Ben, 64670. I'm gonna end up having. I have to tell you, like the past, like we've had guests on the past like few weeks.
So you're like our third guest on. Well, congratulations. Yay, I'm so excited.
Three.
And I essentially say my phone number. So maybe hoping one day, you know, in my dreams.
They'll call you.
Yeah.
They will.
You never know.
You put it out there.
Put it out there.
Yeah, it'll come to you. You'll see.
See?
Try it today.
She believes in me.
Ben will come to you.
She believes in me.
So, you know.
He's really nice.
See? He's really, and she would know, wouldn't she?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah, a little competition. I don't know. So and then now, you know, we discover that, you know, because we're starting to get a little more into Cooper's life.
Yes.
Which is really interesting. And so, you know, it ends with him and his father, or it doesn't end, but, you know, we see him and his father. And his father is essentially on his deathbed. Right? Because, you know, like the pastor or the priest of their church, you know, keeps coming by and is like, hey, your father's not doing very well, you know, like he wants to see you and you need to go visit him and this and that. And, you know, like Cooper's kind of like, okay, like I'll get to it when I get to it.
Right.
But he goes and visits his father. And what we learn is that his father basically has sex with his, or rapes
and
murders his girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
And his justification for that was because he felt that Cooper wasn't giving his girlfriend what he felt she deserved.
Right.
Right?
Apparently she deserved to die. I don't know.
I wouldn't go that far,
but that's what he said, though. If you think about it, the way he put it is like she deserved to be raped and killed.
I mean, I don't think he was.
How was he putting it?
This is what I interpreted from their little exchange. Is that, you know, because he knew Cooper's gay, so he knew that. Right. And so he felt that Cooper wasn't man enough for his girlfriend, and it probably wasn't putting it down in the bedroom. Right. And then so he was like, okay, well, let me show you what a real man's all about. And then he forced himself upon his girlfriend, and then she was probably, you know, freaking out, like, I'm gonna call the cops, I'm gonna police, So he's like, well, I guess I have to kill her now. So, you know, and that's what I think happened.
Isn't that what I said?
I mean, but you said like she deserved. I don't think she deserved.
Well, no, I don't think so either. But it's like the way he was thinking. I mean, the guy's crazy.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you feel the same way, Carmen?
Yes, I do. Yeah? I think he's crazy. Yeah. And it affected, you know, John's character probably in the way he's developed.
Yeah. So, well, I mean,
there we go.
He's gonna die. So, you know.
Right.
Thank God. No, I'm just kidding.
To put it bluntly, he's on his way out. Right. He has a foot in the coffin already. So it's kind of like, you know, he said his last words almost to Cooper, you know, and I just want to know what Cooper said to him.
If he said anything at all.
Yeah, if he said anything at all.
I wanted to know the same thing.
Right?
I was like, what did he say? But it's so right that you wouldn't know, because that character's so mysterious, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, you know, in the next couple episodes. We'll see what happens. But did you see how Lucero, you know, because they had a call, and so they went to this daycare, right? And there was this angry parent because her daughter, she's like, I don't want my daughter or my kid being exposed to this lesbian, this gay stuff, and yada yada yada. There's this other kid who had on this shirt of two women kissing, right? And who happens to have a lesbian mothers. I don't know if I say that correctly, but
right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and then they have to respond to this call, and then it gets real, like, you know, which is kind of interesting because right now they're going through the whole Prop 8 thing and, you know, about gay marriage and equality and stuff like that. So I think that they really timed this kind of nice. So I don't know, like, how do you feel, Anik, that, you know, like how they handled the situation, or kind of like what's your take on, you know, with having a child wear that type of clothing to a daycare center? Like,
I think they handled it well.
Right?
I mean, there's always always boundaries. I think that needs to be put down, and obviously they're trying to not to have the kid, because there's still, you know, people out there that are like, you know, against it, and they're trying to like have the kid not like be made fun of and not picked on, because that's how I see it.
Yeah, I mean, but like, what age is too young though? You know, because they were young. They were, I had to say, were like 4, 5, maybe 6 years old. Like, they weren't very old.
Well, I'm thinking, I mean, as long as you, I guess, can dress yourself. You know, I mean, it's up to you up to a certain time. They're still not teenagers or children.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I don't know. What about you?
I think they were a bit young. I felt that.
Right.
I actually sided with the cops. I was like, I'm all pro freedom, free speech, but I was like, to bring a child into it at that young age, I don't think it's appropriate, I guess. Because you're dressing them. I wonder if she picked out her own shirt, you know what I mean? So that's what I think.
Yeah, because I mean, you have to go to the store, you got to buy the shirt, and then it's like, did your kid pick it out, or did you like, I'm just buying this shirt, and then it's like, okay, you're wearing this shirt today, you know?
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I feel that age is a little too young, you know. Then when they get into like probably like the middle school and the high school, and then when they really start dressing themselves and really have full understanding of kind of like what they're wearing and this and that, then, you know, to each their own. But I feel that was, you know, it's a little too young. That's just me. I don't know. So,
That's what we said.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're agreeing. So
We're
I'm
agreeing.
with you. Yeah. And then let's talk about too. Also, Dewey and his daughter is now on the force, right?
Yeah.
Like she passed her probation, and so now she's in their division. She's working side by side with her father.
Yeah.
That's a little weird.
It's a little
Right?
weird.
Do you think like that's a little awkward? You know.
I think the whole family's weird.
Well, that has to be one good person or one.
Well, I'm not
normal
saying they're not
person.
good people, but
I think it's her. She's the good person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's like the good thing that came out of it.
Yeah, you know, you have two. I don't want to say weird, but two awkward stones, and you rub them together, and it creates like a nice, pretty spark. I don't know. That was
Now, was
a weird
she
thing.
in the last episode, or the episode where he had a heart attack?
She was.
She was.
There you go. She was, because I have no idea, but she was. Because it was a real quick pan shot, so I don't know.
It was quick. It was. You're right. If you weren't looking for her, you wouldn't have seen her. I don't think.
Okay, so she did a little bit extra work.
Yeah, so she had a little background. Yeah, you know, so she was in there. So I don't know, but what do you think that this dynamic is gonna spell out? Like, do you think that, you know, they're gonna make a good team, or do you think it's gonna get like really weird, or do you think, you know, like he's gonna pull like I'm your father, you know, like what do you think that this is gonna go?
I mean, they're not partners.
No, but they'll be together for a little while. I feel like, you know, like she'll be riding with them for at least for like a couple weeks, maybe a month or something. You know.
I think it'll be okay. I think he'll like pull some, like, I don't see him being like that type of like daddy, like, you know, like disciplinary type of guy. Well, I mean. So we'll see. It's exciting to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, hopefully she doesn't run into the you know, some wire like
yes,
you know,
like that one, the partner.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, you know, I'm excited to kind of see what happens, but I don't know, so we'll see. And Ben and Sammy,
yeah,
right? These guys.
Oh wait, we forgot to talk about how like Cooper saved the little boy.
Oh my goodness, so Cooper saved the little boy
because at the beginning.
Oh yeah,
right. Good. At the beginning. He had tackled the woman.
He tackled the woman.
Because she went after the little boy who was stuck in the middle of like little puddle or something, and there's like electricity. So he took the car and he became a little hero.
Yeah, as opposed to what everyone else is trying to do, and like finding wood to, you know, try and cross this thing to get this little boy who's stuck in his wagon.
Why didn't anybody else think of that except for me and Cooper?
I mean, you know, Cooper's been on the job for some years.
And what about me?
I don't know if you've been on the job.
I was waiting for the car to get electrocuted. I was like, how come it's not? I was like, I need a science lesson or something, you know?
It's the rubber tires.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it? Oh,
that's it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was never very good at science.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, no, because I was thinking that. I was like, and then like when he got in the car, and I was like, oh, okay, because of rubber tires, so he's like, hey,
so smart,
right?
So he paid attention in science class.
Yeah.
You know? So rubber is not a good conductor of electricity, as we found out. So the little boy's safe. Yeah, but I think like that was a nice moment, you know, that you can really see, and you know, and this is really kind of shows like Cooper's, you know, like where he is, like where, you know, especially as a cop, and I feel like he could probably possibly be a good father too. Right. You know, I know I'm speculating a little bit, but you know, I feel that if him and a boyfriend or whatever, they were to really have a strong relationship when they were to adopt a kid or something, that he would make a good father.
Right.
You know.
I agree.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah. Right.
In person too. He's great.
See?
He
lost
still
his-
tweets me, so hopefully maybe he'll come in.
Maybe. So.
Put it out there.
I haven't put it out there.
Like the phone
just
number.
Like Ben, just like
Yes.
Ben.
We DM each other. I'm like, come on the show. He's like, call me in a couple weeks. I'm like, no.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that. You guys were like that. You know.
He follows me on Twitter, so
I
I DM
understand
him,
that,
and I'm
but-
like, hey, when are you gonna come on the show?
See, so.
Michael, that is, not Ben.
Michael, please. Okay. We need you. Anik needs you. Just just come in. We can. Season finale.
Hopefully.
We'll all have slingshots and we'll knock over bottles. We'll have a good time.
Yeah. Take some shots. We have alcohol. We have liquor.
Yeah. So it's a great time. Then we can all go on a boat, go fishing, whatever. Come on in. So yeah. Oh, and also before we even get too far, let's just talk really quick. If you're not on iTunes, please get on iTunes right now and download and subscribe to the AfterBuzz app. And so what you can do is you can get all your favorite AfterBuzz after shows, and you can go back and you can rate them and comment them. If you, of course, comment on the Southland after show, and of course give us 5, 10. Was it five stars? I believe it's 5 stars. Right?
5 stars.
5 stars. Thumbs up. Leave comments. The best comments and everything. We'll definitely read them out loud.
Be nice.
We'll shout you out, and and it'll be fun. Or we'll do that and tell your friends, tell your parents, everybody to subscribe. It takes a few minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, and then tweet us as well too, because that'll be fun.
We like tweets.
We do like tweets.
Nice tweets. Not mean tweets.
If they're mean, then we'll
deal with
keep
it.
Yeah,
And block you. But
yeah, we'll block them. We'll report them to Twitter. Like, hey, this guy's a fake. I don't know who this is. Apparently he's harassing me now. So
yeah, right. Okay.
No,
how about?
I'm reading really quick because I was gonna go. Let's talk about, because now we're on Ben and Sammy.
Right. Now,
So
why isn't Sammy driving? Sorry.
Is he just tired of driving?
I just put that out there.
I don't know. He just wasn't driving this entire episode. This entire episode, he wasn't
But he
driving
usually
at all.
drives. That's why I asked. Why wasn't he driving?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I actually don't know.
Right.
You want to know? I think I have an idea.
Why?
Because when they were in the high-speed chase and he pulled over and
why.
had that midlife crisis in the middle of the high-speed chase, Ben was probably like, you know what? I'm gonna drive from now on. We're not bailing out of any more chases at all. We got to make sure that we catch our guy.
Yeah.
That's just I don't know.
No, I could totally see that.
Right? Because
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that
makes sense.
Yeah, so okay. So Sammy and Ben, they have a jumper,
Yes.
right? And this guy is literally like on the bridge, about to just end his life,
Right.
and he's like, if one person smiles at me on the way to the bridge, I won't jump.
Right.
But no one smiled at him.
Right.
LA is such a cold city.
Right. I'm
Right?
glad he's not in New York.
There's
Yeah,
nobody
yeah,
on the
that-
Because
street,
then he would have.
really.
Then somebody would just pushed him.
Yeah, they would have, get out the way, you're messing up the view, or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Would have been terrible.
Yeah.
But they respond to, because apparently somebody called that there was a jumper, so then they respond to this call.
Right.
And Ben talks him off the ledge and gives him probably the worst smile I've ever seen.
What?
Yeah.
It was great. It was so powerful. I was like, oh. It won me
Biased,
over.
it's biased.
What?
It's biased.
I'm
It's biased. But no, if
strictly objective.
if you like it, I like it. But
Maybe it didn't.
from when I first saw it, I'm like, okay, this is
The first smile, yeah. And then he's like, I'm smiling at you. And he's just like.
See? It was like a weird kind of like forced, he's like, just don't kill yourself. That's what he was in back of his head. He was thinking,
Right.
just don't kill yourself.
Right.
If I have to grin, then, here. So, but the guy, he talks the guy off of the ledge, and then, they handcuff him, and he's like, what are you doing? He's like, we got to do this. So, he kind
cussed
of
him
got,
out.
it was the old bait and switch. That's basically what happened.
Right.
That's basically what happened, right?
Right.
It was, But now, come thinking, is that illegal to
I think it is.
to
Try to kill yourself.
try to kill yourself?
I guess so. I'm assuming.
Well, maybe because it was on like public property, right? Like if it was like if you were on the top of your house or something and then you were to jump off. I don't know.
I don't
But-
know.
I don't know.
We should look it up.
Yeah, we have to look into it. Because I'm so
I'm
next,
sure the writers
next week,
look it up though.
Well,
They're
yeah.
on everything. They're on it.
Well, it's good because like I'm just curious, like, because I want to know,
Right.
just because that's
We'll
really
have an
weird.
answer for
Yeah.
you next week.
Yeah, so that's my
Unless
that's my
somebody
homework.
is willing right now to look it up and tweet it to us.
Yeah.
There you go. Just tweet it at AFTERBUZZ TV #Southland, and we'll read it.
Yeah.
And we'll see. Or you can just tweet just Anik at just Anik, and then she'll go through Twitter.
Yeah, I'll go through my Twitter.
And she'll read it and she'll look it up. Now let's also talk about how Sammy's wife is basically, you know, she's. I don't think she's dropping it, but she's kind of like they know that she's not gonna win.
Right.
Right. So it's kind of like, you know, these two cops, Ben and Sammy, you know, they testified or they went under oath and they, you know, said what happened, and you know, so like their record versus, you know, this junkie crackhead wife record, you know,
right.
It really
with
you
the
know,
baby that's not his.
with the baby that isn't his, right? You know, like the way it's looking, like it's gonna go away, and you know they can go on with their lives, and you know he'll keep the kid and this and that, and so it'll all be over, right? And then they run into this hooker, right? I forgot her name. I should have wrote it down. So that's definitely my.
I think it was Maureen. Oh, but I could be wrong. But that's what I'm remembering.
We'll call her Hooker Maureen.
Yes. Okay. Great.
So we'll call her Hooker Maureen, and she has to be at least like 50, 60 something, right?
She's in her 50s.
Or she's like 30 and just the streets, she's just really worn down, right? She looks like a leather handbag, like it's terrible.
I know.
Right? You know, and this orange hair, like I know her hair probably used to be red, but now it's orange because it's like sun beaten, and she's just been out there just working the street. Probably smells like cigarettes and tar. It's really bad. It's just really, you know. Ben was saying, oh, she gives you the best gum. Anyways, but
that line is really good.
Right?
What is it? Say it. What was it?
Because I want to say it verbatim, but he said like she gives you the best gum job or something.
Oh yeah.
Something like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah, something along those lines. And because we didn't see her teeth the entire episode, so apparently she has no teeth, which would mean that, you know, she gives great gummy. But
Oh no.
but she's having this retirement party at some bar, right? And so she hands them the flash, like, hey guys, I want you to come to my retirement party, you know, and like it's my last day on the job, right? And they're thinking like, what do you say at a hooker's retirement party, right? Like,
yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, she pretty much said everything.
She definitely did, but it's kind of like if you were one of her loyal customers, right? You know, like, would you be upset that she's retiring, or would you like would you go to the retirement party?
I don't think anybody would be that upset. I mean, she was, you know, past her prime.
Obviously, Sammy and Ben were that upset, though.
Well, yeah. Well, they went. You know, I think
they went for the open bar. Let's just be honest.
But they were on duty though.
Yeah, it's true.
Does that mean anything?
Yeah, they were
with cops. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean they were on duty, and they were in uniform. They were on duty when they went. It was kind of like it was like in the middle of the day. It seemed, right? Like you know, when her and her other hooker friends weren't working, because I guess she had it at night they couldn't come, so she had it like in the middle of the day, open bar. There was a couple Johns there. And her
daughter was there.
One of her daughters was there.
Mm-hmm.
Right, her youngest daughter, who was like some counselor or whatever at a Boys and Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and she said, was it a poem that she recited?
No, it was just her. It was an impromptu speech, I suppose.
Of her just kind of telling about her hard knock life.
Right.
As a hooker.
It was so good.
Yeah, no, it was.
I was just like, oh, she just hurt me. Right here. I was just like, because you know, you read it, you do the table read, and you don't know what it's gonna be like, and then you watch it, and you're like, bam, like she got it. It was perfect.
Good casting choice.
It was, and so it also affected Sammy in that same exact way, and so now Sammy's having this change of heart, and he's like, you know, I feel like I should tell the truth.
Right.
You know, because they lied about the tape. You know, because everything basically is on tape. Because we were asking about where's the camera.
Right.
Well, Sammy still has the camera. You know, and everything is on tape. And so Ben went under oath and said that, you know, they threw the tape away, and you know, Sammy said the same exact thing. So if they get caught, they can lose their jobs. Sammy will lose the kid. You know, everything that they worked hard for is down the drain now.
Right.
But Sammy has this, why did we lie? He's feeling guilty now. You know, it's eating him up inside. You know, and you can really tell that he's like, you know, like I don't know what he's gonna do next episode. Like I don't know if he's gonna come clean. If he's just gonna destroy it, because Ben was like, just destroy the tape. It's all you gotta do. You know, Like, don't be stupid. You know what I mean? Like, we work too hard. We have stuff that
We lie too much.
Don't be stupid. Just show the tape, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Really quickly, they went to the Jumper's parents' house.
Yes.
And everyone was dead. The mom was dead. The dad was dead. The dog was dead. Yeah. This kid's crazy.
Yeah.
But
now
that's
you know
it.
why he wanted to jump.
But yeah, okay. So, but he killed his parents,
right?
Apparently, and then he wanted to kill himself.
Right.
But that's like I need more from that. Like I need more than just him jumping and then the parents being dead. Like I want more investigative.
Well, as to why he did it?
Yeah, like give me motive. You know, give me a little Give me a little backstory.
It was such a nice house, and they looked really nice. I was like, I would like to grow up there.
Yeah.
It's like, why did he do it?
The grass was cut.
Right.
You know.
Lovely home.
The dog was probably nice. You know.
Well, Ben said that the dog doesn't like the kid that was gonna jump. Remember that, right? He's like, the dog doesn't love you.
But he doesn't know that the dog doesn't love him.
I know, but I mean, you know.
How does he know that he even had a dog though?
Because the jumper said he had a dog.
Oh, because jumper said he had a dog.
The dog's like, the dog doesn't. Yeah.
That was just mean. See that, and then you want to smile like I'm your friend. See, good old Ben.
It was a good smile.
Good old Ben. No, I mean, I just wanted a little backstory, just like how Lydia and Ruben.
It goes back to last week. We had David here, and he was talking about how it's kind of like portraying it as like the cops, because the cops don't know what happened, so it's kind of like we're looking at
over the cop's shoulder.
We're looking at it in their like perspective.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. I just wanted a little more. That's just me as a viewer being greedy. I just wanted a little more. That's just me. I don't know. I mean, is that asking too much?
I see that.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, because when Lydia and Robinson, when they stumbled upon this, when they came to the dead body call, there's a little backstory behind that.
Right.
You know, like we know that this guy's a little transient.
But they're also detectives.
This is true.
Oh, good
As
point.
opposed to Sammy and Ben and
just being patrol
Cooper.
officers.
I was gonna call him Michael, but Cooper, as them being just patrol officers.
You're right.
So they have to dig a little bit deeper.
It's very perceptive.
See, this is why.
646
right?
704.
This is why we keep
I like
her
long
around.
walks on the beach.
So Lydia and Robinson, they come to this call with his dead body, right? And he's a homeless guy, call him a transient, and they're like, what is he just doing in the middle of the park, basically, dead? He looked like he was strangled, like where did he come from? There's no ID or anything, but he had this card, right? Right. And it was for some CEO or some chairman or some business guy who saw this guy, and like people were just kind of walking past him and bumping into him and not really paying him any mind. So he's like, he had a little heart. It was cold. He went to go buy him some boots, some fairly expensive boots, which were like $200 Timberlands. Right. And he probably gave him a little food or whatever. He's like, here, be well. Right. And then so now this guy gets jacked from his boots because he was barefoot when they found him, and dead. Right. And I love the way Nick just laughs at that. What? You're like, I'm dead. He was dead. He was. Yeah. And it's kind of sad. It really, because like, it is sad. Like this guy had a life, and then just life hit him, and so he's trying to get back on his feet, and someone's helping him out, but you can't win for losing. Right. So I don't know. I just like that. To me, it was a little harsh. It was a good little story. And the picture was kind of like heartbreaking too. Yeah. The picture with the girl that he had.
The 80s picture? Was it 70s? It was like 70s.
Yeah.
It was good. Great prop. Yeah. I'll tell you, it was great. Yeah. Like it was, because it gave him a little backstory now. Right. See? So now you have a little. I felt invested in this homeless guy who was killed. Yeah. But Lydia now, she is this role model for Robinson's daughter. Yes. Right? Who looks nothing like his daughter.
Not at all.
And
Dorian, we love you.
Yeah, and just like, because I want to know, like, is your wife black or is she not black? Because I'm just curious, because your daughter does not look anything like you. I'm just throwing that out there. So tweet us. Tell Intern to tweet us and because let us know if she's, Yeah, so she's doing this report, right? And so he was like, yeah, my daughter is doing this report, and so she wants to ask you a couple questions, wants to interview you, kind of what's it like being a female officer, a detective, and stories and this and that. And so, I felt it was nice. Do you think it was like?
It was nice. I thought little Lydia felt like wanted.
Yeah, well, she has a kid, so she feels wanted.
Well, yeah, but I mean, now she does. I mean, she's taking care of the kid now.
Yeah.
After a couple episodes where she didn't want to have anything to do with him.
Well, she's forced into being a good parent now.
That's true.
Because she's the only one left. Well, now the baby daddy.
Right. What is his name?
I'm gonna call him the baby daddy. I'm just gonna call him the baby daddy. Cool. We'll call him. Let's call him the baby daddy for right now, and then we'll look up his name and this and that.
Okay.
So he had the baby earlier, right? For the day, I believe, right?
Right.
And which was a nice break for Lydia, because she wasn't getting a whole lot of sleep, and so she was like, yeah, and then he wanted to meet at Pink's, and she was like, I don't know, because he feels like she feels like he's trying to get back into the full spectrum of their relationship and this and that, because he's divorced now from the ex, but I don't know if she wants to go back down that road.
I hope not. I think she's just doing it for support. Because he's there for the baby.
For the baby.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, he could want to do right, and he could want to step up and be the guy, and, and he may still like her. I feel like he does still like her.
Well, have you looked at her? I mean, who wouldn't? She's awesome. She's amazing.
Yeah. So, there's definitely nothing wrong with still liking her. But I don't know. I feel that he's, he has that change of heart, and he's like, oh my goodness, I messed up. Give me a second chance to right this wrong.
Right.
So, they go to Pink's, and then, there's a little altercation. Lydia hops back into cop mode. And I think she's always on the job. Like, she's never off.
I know. I know.
Right? She's always working.
Yeah, even as a mom.
Yeah. But, that's just she's good, a great officer of the law. So now Ben stands up to your brother, right? Because you guys are sitting in this Elena. I'm saying you guys. Elena and Ben are sitting in this cafe or this restaurant. Right? And then your brother walks in, and he starts talking all this nonsense, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, come on, let's just go. I don't want to deal with this. But Ben's like, no. Let me handle this now. Let me nip this in the bud now. Right? So he does. He gets in his face, and they're literally about to kiss. Like, it's almost like,
I know. I noticed that. I was like, wow, they're really close.
Yeah, like they got in like nose to nose. Like, they were really close. And so your brother, because what's his character's name?
Moko. Yeah, Moko.
It's like
his street name.
His street name is Moko.
Yeah, which means, do you guys know what it means?
I have no idea.
Bugger.
Booger?
Snot.
Wow. Why would somebody want to be called that, though?
Well, because I don't know. Maybe because he's. I think because he's annoying. I think that's what it is. Because he's just he just sticks.
It's like a booger that just sticks out of your hair.
You can't get it off of your hand. It's just
no.
That's my brother.
Hopefully this was from childhood, and it wasn't oh, okay, you want to be in the gang? Okay, we'll call you Moko. What? I don't. I feel like. Can I choose it? Can I be
I know, right?
Maybe have someone call me Flame or something, give me something but Moko, okay.
We'll go with Moko.
He says, yeah, no, we don't have a problem, you respect me, or, Ben was like, you respect me, I'll respect you, this and that. And so, I feel that there was that line was drawn, and so, there's an understanding now.
Right.
Right? Because you guys have had some scenes together.
Yeah.
Right, you guys have had some steamy
yeah
together. So tell us about what is it like, one, being on set, and then what is it like having those type of,
and 3 being the other woman, because apparently Ben is 2-timing.
Yeah. Being on set is amazing. I mean, the show is very much me, I guess. I'm just very ethnic, very impromptu, just organic. We're just real and raw, and I'm kind of like that too. I mean, I grew up in neighborhoods like the one Elena lives in, Echo Park, which I didn't grow up in Echo Park, but Elena lives in Echo Park. But I grew up in Chicago, but it was just like the perfect fit, because I'm not really the girl next door. I got a little bit of that ethnic edge, and I feel like I could be that girl in Southland, and it's awesome. And the directors are just amazing. Chris Chulek, I love you. He's amazing. Such an amazing director. So kind-hearted. And all the actors are just so nice. And, you know, it's not hard acting across from Ben because, one, he's an amazing actor, and two, he's extremely easy on the eyes. So.
And three, he's an amazing kisser. Yes? Maybe. No?
Yes.
Yes.
You know what it is? It's just he's such a good actor that, of course, his kissing is going to be good, too, because he's in the moment.
That's a political answer. That's a very, like, yeah, of course, yeah. Well,
yeah, but
So the steamy scenes, right? Like because I know like on set, you know, like having like certain type of scenes like that, you know,
it's not
like,
very romantic.
Yeah, because you have all the crew there and
Right.
this and that, and so
yeah.
what was it like?
Well, there might be some more steamy ones that you guys haven't seen yet, so that's more to come. So I guess I'm kind of referencing those. It was, you know, it's so funny when you think about the scene, when you read it first, you're like, oh, this is going to be sexy. You know what I mean? And then you get in the room and then you're like, all right, you know, the camera's here, the camera's here, Ben's here, and I got a camera back here. And so it's just, I'm in the moment, but I'm very aware that there's cameras, and so it's interesting. It's not as sexy as you think when you're actually filming it, you know? But, it's still really enjoyable. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. It's still, I'm like, they're paying me to do this? This is awesome. But, Ben is such a gentleman, really. Oh, my gosh. He's from Texas, so he has that Texas charm, like that, you know, gentleman, you know, like, are you good? Like, after each take, are you good? Are you okay? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. You know, so looking after me, making sure I'm okay. And so I think that's what made it so nice, is just knowing that he was protecting me. And that's sexy. That's sexy.
That's Ryan for you. See? If you want to call him Ryan, oh my gosh. The OC.
Thankfully, I never saw that show. I think it's good that I didn't, because I just kind of met him and I'm like, hey, what's up? You know?
Yeah, well, now you should go back and you should watch him. Like, oh my God.
Like, I saw you.
And then I'll have a crush on him from that show after the fact. You know how you get crushes from those teeny bopper shows? I never saw this show, so I never got that crush, you know?
So now, when you auditioned for the role of Elena, like what was that process like?
It was purely magic. Seriously, it was magic, because I read the part and I told my manager, this is special, because I've never gone in for a girl that wasn't just the chola, just the immigrant. This girl, Elena, is just human, you know, she's just a person, she's like me. For the first time I was like, oh my God, a character that's like me. I was like, what a blessing. And I prepared so much for it with my friend. Shout out to Jocko Sims for coaching me on this, who's also an amazing actor. And we worked on it. We're like, okay, well, what you be thinking? Blah, blah, blah. So I prepared all my scenes. And I go in and I'm like nervous, because I'm like, this could really, I know I'm this girl. And I just kind of left it to God. I just took a deep breath and I go, this is it. I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to play and I'm going to give myself to these people. And I walked in there because I went straight to producers. There was like, oh my gosh, like 10 people in the room. And I'm like, all right. But I was completely unfazed, because I was like, this is my part. I'm Elena. And I did my thing. And I walked out and I go, I had a feeling about it. I get like all emotional thinking about it, because it was just awesome. And I walked out and I go, I think that went really well. And then I didn't hear from them, and I was like, but then I heard from them sure enough like a few days later, and
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
There you go.
Now you're on until the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was gonna ask. I guess you can't divulge any spoilers.
I can't really. I can
a little nugget.
I can give you maybe a nugget. You can ask me things and I can maybe say yes or no.
Okay. How about I want to know. Okay, if the teacher, what's her name?
Brooke.
Brooke and Elena come head to head.
Oh, good question.
I would say stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That sounds like a yes to me. I'm
It's
just throwing it out there.
It's all gonna
tuned.
blow up
Sounds
in
Stay
Ben's
tuned.
face.
Like it sounds like a yes to me.
I will say this. What you wouldn't expect will happen because it's what do you call that when it's
What you wouldn't expect.
it's not true to character. Like you wouldn't expect it from that person's character. That's all I'm gonna say.
You wouldn't expect
I don't say anything
from whose character?
I'm just saying they kind of go against the grain with the storyline. So you're going to be surprised.
Go against the grain with the storyline. So when
Fishing.
Elena meets Brooke as opposed to a fight, they fall in love. Oh my gosh. That's
and
against
then
the grain.
we come wearing t-shirts of two girls kissing.
That's right.
And-
Just see how it was foreshadowing already in this episode.
That's
Yeah,
Nick's
you
predictions.
See?
How did you know I shouldn't have said
See?
anything?
That's I'm just
Well,
throwing
Nick
things out
also
there.
killed off, if you remember, Nick also killed off Brooke
I
in
did.
4 episodes, and Ben was going to get his revenge.
Okay, but how many episodes has Brooke been on though?
I think,
2.
is it 2
Two-
or is
two
it 2
or
or
three.
3? I think it's
Well, it
3.
hasn't been
I
4
think
yet. I can
3.
tell you, it hasn't been 4
It hasn't
yet.
been 4.
It has to be 3.
So, one more, she gets the axe, and then and that's it. That's just me. I don't know. I'm just, unless there's something that I don't know that you may know.
I just think you should keep watching because it's gonna get really good. That's all. With that storyline, that storyline is gonna get really good.
Okay.
It's just the water is warming up and then it's gonna boil and then
Now,
the top's gonna fall.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Say there is a season 6. Would
We're
we
hoping.
see Elena in season 6?
It's really in God's hands. It sounds so preachy, but I mean, I love God. What can I say? I would say maybe.
Like, okay. Let me ask you this.
I don't know.
And the writers, because I guess
It's all up to the writers.
Well, because in Southland, when anyone has a guest
you
starring
never know,
role,
right.
they get killed. So we don't want Elena. Yeah, we don't want to just walk in like and her brother's like doing in the middle of some drug deal, and then she gets 2 to the chest, and then that's the end of it. Like, so I just want to know if there is a season 6. Lord willing, there's a season 6 TNT. I'm talking to you. Lord willing, you guys grant and greenlight a season 6. We can get the Southland writers to possibly write some more storyline for Ben and Elena.
How about, is it open for Elena to come back?
I don't
Next
know.
season.
I don't know if I can say.
Let's not get her in trouble.
Let's not
Yeah.
get her in
Not
trouble.
get her in trouble.
But let's do this, okay? 'Cause we won't get you in trouble. But what we do is we have our predictions. So let's jump right into.
Wait, do we have news and gossip?
I do have some news and gossip, but I don't want to say the news and gossip if we can get C. Thomas Howell on the show next week. So because it's about him, so I don't want to say the news and gossip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what if
but
we can't?
I do have. Well, if we can't, then I'll say it next week. But if we can, then we'll have him in the show.
Okay, well, before we get into news and gossip, do you have any upcoming projects coming out?
Yeah, actually, I write as well, and I'm a professional salsa dancer.
Oh.
So I wrote a salsa dance movie set in LA, based on true events, and I am developing it into a TV show.
Nice.
Oh, very cool.
Because there's this huge market for Latino content, and dance is just where it's at. I mean, people love dance, and so I had this story. So the original script is called La Clave, which means the key, but it's also the instrument, the salsa song that keeps the heartbeat. Anyway, so I'm developing that. So
Exciting.
in the next week, I'll be starting to write the pilot.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very cool. And do you take classes around LA or?
I teach actually.
Oh, okay.
I teach on my spare time.
There you go.
Yeah, you got time sometimes when you're an actor. You got that spare time and you learn other hobbies. So yeah.
So can anyone take your class or?
Right now I'm not teaching a lot because I got so busy with the show. But mainly I used to teach privates.
Gotcha.
Privates. Yeah.
Does Ben know how to dance?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny you say that because when we were on set, on like one of the breaks, I was like, "So you got any moves?" He's like, "Well, you know," he's like, "I'm actually." You didn't know I'm a professional like hip hop dancer. I was like, "Shut up." I'm really gullible, so I was like, "Shut up, really?" He's like, "Yeah," and he kept going with it for a while, and I was like, "You're kidding. You're not." He's like, "No, I'm not." So I kept thinking, I'm like, the writers should have done something where we'd go out dancing or something and I could teach him some moves. But no, I never got to teach him. I actually wanted to teach him some moves on set.
What about offset? Yes? No. I want to know if I still have a shot, okay?
Season 6.
You might. You may still have a shot depending on how the chemistry off screen is between.
You guys.
We want to know the sir.
You know what's really funny though? I find very ironic is I'm very much like Elena, and he's very much like his character. So it's kind of we're like from different sides of the tracks, and it's kind of funny when we meet somewhere in the middle. You know? I mean,
so is Ben single? Ben's single, right?
I don't know.
Oh, so I thought you knew.
No,
but
I don't know.
Is Carmen single?
I choose not to speak about my anything to do with that department, just because No,
I understand. You want to keep your private life.
Yeah.
I just want to see if there was any just chance that that not Elena and Ben, but the real Elena and Ben, Carmen and Ben, just happened to because I'm trying to find out here for me. It's really
for her sake.
Yeah, it's really what I'm trying to.
You know what's interesting? I never asked because I kind of wanted to be in the fantasy of Elena. I was like, I don't even want to know whether he is or not. So I don't know anything.
So that's a no on her part.
Well, again, we don't know. But all I can say is we'll tune in and we'll keep watching, So it is that time for predictions.
Yes.
I like this music.
Now, your AFTERBUZZ TV prediction.
So Nick, your predictions.
My prediction is going to be the same until I'm vindicated, okay? Until I am vindicated that, I was going to say Sean, Sammy is not the father of that baby.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Carmen, any predictions that you can tell us?
I cannot.
I mean, you're done filming now, so any predictions that you can
right,
tell us?
but there's still more. There's still 3 more episodes before
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. There's nothing.
I would just say, I will say this: the writers did a fantastic job, and there's some episodes that literally just on the table where you just took your breath away. You're like, oh crap, that just happened. So that's all I'll say.
Okay. My prediction's simple. I think Cooper will tell Lucero that he is gay, and that's going to be a little awkward. Dewey's going to have to save his daughter in some way. She's going to look to you like daddy, and they're going to have like that like daughter-daddy moment, And then we see Shaq pop in next episode, which is kind of weird. So that'll be a little exciting.
Right.
It's definitely going to be an exciting rest of the season. So before we jump out of here, Carmen, where can your fans find you online?
I just joined Twitter.
There you
so
go.
You guys got to school me at the Carmen Corral.
Okay.
And I have a fan page, which is just Carmen Corral fan page.
Okay.
And that's about it.
There you go. Anik?
And you can find me on Twitter at justanik and on my website at anikdufour.com.
There you go. And you guys can find me all over the internet at the Nick Perdue. Thank you guys for tuning in. It was fun.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.